Hello, hi. It is I, Quentin. Yeah, I did that. Shut the fuck up. Also ignore all of my poor, um, writing skills. I'm 30. It's not changing, so get over it. Um, Armor Charge, that's what we're going over today, right? So, Armor Charge is a mechanic in the game that allows for active build customization. Quentin, what the fuck does active build customization mean? What I mean by that is you can do things in game that will help your build. So you'll actively do something to help your build instead of just having like passive random things happen when you were doing stuff anyway, right? How do you activate it? Well, really, you just gotta put on one of the mod types that I'm going to talk about. On all of your mod types, you have on all of your combat mods, you have yellow mods, blue mods, and there are also uh, green ones, right? All of those will automatically activate your ability to use uh, armor charge, right? An armor charge, the way it works is if you pick up an orb of power, you would get one armor charge. And then you expend that armor charge depending on the uh, color of a mod that you are using, right? So, for example, yellow mods. All of the yellow mods are Kickstarter mods. What are Kickstarter mods? Attempt to follow me here. So, here it is. I don't know why it does that. Here you have grenade, melee, and you also have a class ability one. And all it really means is that whenever you use or you fully use an ability, so if you have multiple charges, you got to use like the last charge. It will give you a chunk of your ability energy back. All that's good, right? That's already cool. Well, it gets slightly better. The more of these yellow mods you use, the more of the ability you get back, or the more armor charge you have, the more of the ability you will get back. And or they are equivalent to each other. So if you have two melee kickstarts and one armor charge, it is the same thing as having two armor charges and one melee kickstart. And again, all you have to do to activate this is to collect a orb of power. Collecting an orb of power will get you armor charge. It shows at the bottom left of your screen. And then use your melee, your final melee charge. And once you do so, you will get a chunk of your melee back proportionate to the amount of Kickstarter mods plus armor charges that you hold. And that's how all the yellow mods work. Same thing applies for grenade, same thing applies for your class ability. Um, the grenade and melees are on your gloves, and your class ability is on your class. Um, damn, what do they call them? Class armor. For Titans, it'll be the butt flap. For Warlocks, it'll be the wristband. For Hunters, it'll be your cloak. Alright, so fonts. Font mods introduce a slightly different mechanic. Alright, and these are like the blue mods. Alright, so the blue mods. We'll go over the font mods. And what fonts do is, well, first of all, how the blue mods work is whenever you pick up an orb of power and gain an armor charge stack, right? You will automatically start using the the armor charge. But the way it works is it's on a timer system, so 10 seconds per armor charge, right? So once you pick up overpower for 10 seconds, you get X benefit, right? So there's grenade and melee and every other stat that we went over in the previous video. So your mobility, your resilience, recovery, blah blah blah. It'll go up by 3 tiers for 10 seconds, which is just the default time for one armor charge. So if you pick up one orb of power and you have one of these font mods on, we'll just say this one, then your discipline stat will go up by 30 for 10 seconds. Yeah, pretty easy to follow, right? Same thing for your melee, same thing for mobility, blah blah blah. Your grenade and melee is on your arms. Your intellect is on your helmet. Your resilience is on your chest piece. Your recovery is on your class item. And then there's a different type on your legs called surge mods. Now these mods work exactly the same, but the difference is instead of giving you, I didn't even bring them up here, did I? Oh, there they go. Instead of giving you better base stats on your armor, it gives you increased damage per armor type. Um, the damage amount goes up if you stack multiple copies, right? All of these light blue mods can be stacked, by the way. Not all mods can be stacked, but all of these light blue mods can be stacked, but there's always diminishing returns. Uh, so if we go with kinetic, like you see here, then one will be 10 percent damage increase, two will be 17% damage increase, and three will be a 22% damage increase. And now, magically, through the power of editing, despite the fact that my daughter was crying, we have solved the problem, and now you guys will continue to get your content. That makes me feel like an OnlyFans model. Anyways, yeah. Excuse me. We've gone over Surge mods, we've gone over font mods, we've gone over Kickstarters. Then there's utility mods, right? And most of these are green. Um, Honestly, I don't even remember what the fuck this one is, but it's ass, so don't use it. Okay, just don't. It's bad. It's so bad I don't even remember its name or what it does. So uh, these green mods, you have at least one of them in each one of your different slots. The ones on your helmet are these two. They're bad. Never use them. On your arm, it is this one. It's bad. Never use it. Um, on your chest piece, you have this one. Basically, whenever you get armor charge, you can only naturally hold three. If you put one of these on your chest, you can get one more, and it caps at six. So you can hold up to six armor charges at one time. And that's on your chest piece. Now on your boots, you have stacks on stacks, which gives you two stacks every time you're armor charged. And then this one, which sounded cooler than what it actually was, but whenever you pick up a sprite from your class or your subclass, you know, like a Tangle or a Ionic Trace. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you need to look at the one of my first videos, or Destiny 2 102 all subclasses. That one, this thing, yeah. It'll tell you more about it, but basically you have an escalating chance per time you pick up one of those things to become armor charged. So every time you pick up Ionic Trace, you have an escalating chance to become armor charged. It's really good if you're just shitting out a whole bunch of sprites. And these are on your boots. These don't get a lot of play because surges kind of dominate the boots. Um, but if for whatever reason you don't need the surges, you have a different way to get damage, then these are pretty good. And then on your class item, hey, I remember the name, even though I forgot it earlier. If you get a finisher, you get one armor charge. After the finisher, that one's neat. Time dilation. This one's one of the big ones. If you're going to be using fonts, you're probably going to be using at least one time dilation. It gives you five more seconds per armor charge with any of your blue mods, right? So for your surges, you get for one armor charge you get 10 seconds of increased damage. This means per armor charge you get 15 seconds. That just means that if you get two armor charges, then you have 30 seconds of extra damage. That's normally plenty. I've never really had to like double down on this or anything. So this is a very powerful mod. It's very good on your class item. and Powerful Attraction. It picks up any orbs that are around you. The more of these mods you stack, the wider the range that you will pick up the mods, but you only pick up the mods after you use your class ability. Also on your class item. Yeah, that's it. There's a whole bunch of yellow mods that are like finisher mods, but the only one that's relevant I will speak on here. It is your special finisher. It requires 3 armor charges, and then when you do so, when you have that, you can do a finisher. Once you do the finisher, you will create special ammo for you and your allies. This just allows you to use a bunch more special ammo for different things. But that's the only thing that's ever really been relevant for me, because you can't put on more than one finisher mod at the same time, which means you can't use empowered finisher and special finisher together. You used to be able to do that, but won't let you do it anymore, which kind of sucks. Anyways, before the video gets too long later, um, yeah, don't make me fight you, nigga.